Reason I am taking a video in the bathroom is Aaron's asleep because it is 5 a.m. and I have to go get my tan again. Second coat. It is show day, and yeah, should be fun. Competitors meeting last night went really well. I did not sleep the best. I don't know why, if it was just that, like, had the tan on and I was just like, oh, I can't touch anything, but it actually was really good tan. It didn't rub off that easily. I sweated a little bit at first because I had to shave my armpits and my body didn't know what the hell was going on, so, and yeah, so I feel like I'm looking pretty good, pretty dry right now. I stopped drinking fluids last night at, or maybe 9. I had a little bit of Powerade, lemonade, or whatever it is. I'm gonna drink water today, but I just started tapering down the amount of it, and then I'm just gonna sip on it through the day. Anyway, guys, I'll keep you posted. Hey guys, so just to recap on the series, the show, everything. It was good. I had a good competition, learning experience. Was really tough competition. I ended up placing 5th. That was actually my goal. I wanted 5th. I think the only thing I could have done to increase my placing would just be potentially I think, get a little bit leaner. I messed up my posing when I came out in the morning, which didn't help the scenario, but my buddy Kyle came 4th and he was shredded. Like, he was really lean. And then 3rd, 2nd, and 1st all had a little bit more muscle. I know that, as a natural competitor, gaining muscle is a little bit harder. Well, not a little bit harder, substantially harder. While trying to maintain, a healthy body weight, healthy BMI, try not to let the body fat get too high. So, yeah, I don't think putting on that much muscle for the next time around is doable. I'll try to put on what I can, but maybe getting a little bit leaner. And I think the only thing that will help me there is doing a proper 16 to 20 week prep. I know that Atlantics is being thrown around by a couple of my friends, as well as Erin. She says she wants to do Atlantics, so I am on board for that. I might try a different category, but if I maintain a sub 200 body weight, which is doable, I haven't actually gained any weight since the show, and it's crazy because I feel way better. I think it was just the stress on my body. I was putting it on myself, and I was letting it affect my workouts, letting it affect my energy levels. And it's, the mental aspect of it is huge because I've increased my calories by a little bit, like still 25, 27 average. My workouts went from, I would say, a 3 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. I'm just focusing on hypertrophy, a lot more volume now. I was running a strength program during that prep, and I was doing the push-pull. I'm going back to a 3-day split, so push-pull legs. I do like those. I ran those for a long time and saw good benefits, so I'll do that. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing progress in the gym. I am rebuilding all my movements. I like that, so not that they needed lots of tweaking, but I'm finding that I was relying on box squats for, I would say, 2 years, like way too long. And from doing box squats, you're not hitting everything. I mean, you want to change your program up, and I think there's a little bit of the ego keeping me on those, because I can lift quite heavy with that, like almost 500 pounds. And then I would just do those. However, if you're just doing something you're comfortable with all the time, you're not going to grow. So rebuilding my squat, just going normal backloaded squats. I'm running a John Meadows program called Doomsday. It's a really cool program. I'm enjoying it so far. Keeping the intra-workout carbs, having a little bit more flexibility with my diet, but still, I'm not bulking. If I was to bulk and I was in let's say I was in a 15 to 20% caloric surplus, which isn't massive, I'd be eating like 3,600 calories a day. And that would put me up an estimated of a half a pound a week. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to eat around my maintenance on my high days, and then remain in a deficit because I feel fine. During show, I wasn't feeling fine. I was feeling not good at all, and my workouts weren't good, and my strength was gone, and I was having I think it was all related to up here. So I'm excited to just enjoy training. I'm excited to have that off my shoulders and focus on a better placing and potentially a new class, thinking classic physique. I don't know if I'm more or less suited for it. I think it can play to some of my strengths. My legs are bigger. Seeing the guys at the show in that division, there's some really big guys. And the weight allowance, so this you have to weigh in height in. The weight allowance for my height is around 220. And knowing the conditioning I would want to bring to the stage, I would be nowhere near that, so I wouldn't have to worry about hitting a weight. I think the next time I step on stage, I'd like to be closer to 180, so maybe 7 pounds down. And I know people are like, oh, you're really lean, but I'm thinking my estimation was I walked on stage, I might have been over 8%. The value, I think I realized, of having a coach is substantially higher. I think it's because I haven't competed in a long time that I overestimated my abilities, and I did not participate in peaking because that's where you can run into a lot of problems. So I didn't carb deplete, and I didn't cut my water per se. So I tapered my water down, but I still had water on Saturday. And I didn't cut my carbs super low. And the reason being is I didn't want it to affect my work. I didn't want it to affect the rest of the things that I needed to get done through the day, because this is a hobby. It's not the number one. The number one is family. Number one, family, friends. Number two, work. I think those are higher on the list. And then this one's maybe number three. It's a hobby, right? And I would say competing is the hobby. Working out, I love it. I've always done it. I'll always do it. So guys, that's kind of my take on the show. Everybody, that went there did a great job. I'm happy to be there. It was a great show. The promoters are great. Looking forward to maybe doing one in April 11th. I know there's one in March too, so I'll see what we want to do, because if we're dieting for 16 weeks, which is that's what I plan on doing now, not a 10-week prep. That's way too short, and I think that's probably why my stress was so high, and that's why it was negatively affecting my workouts, because the last prep that I did was quite long, and I never felt the same way. I didn't have the energy crash and stuff, and I wasn't even limiting my calories that much. I think it was just all in my head, but the brain is super powerful, so stress really can cause some crazy crazy effects on the body. So if you're interested, I would say get a coach. I'm thinking about definitely getting a coach. I know that'll take some stress off me, because if I have somebody else's opinion focusing on what I'm doing, then it'll be a little bit easier than me just winging it. Because and like definitely in the last week, I think you need that expertise of somebody who's been there, not just 3 or 4 or 5 times, like 10s, 20s, helped people through it. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I don't really have much footage, but I'm gonna keep on doing some vlogs. We have Halloween coming up. I'll do something. It's Thanksgiving weekend right now, so keep the vlogs up, and then we'll be vlogging the next show prep. Thanks, guys, for watching.